Today we are going to go and ride on train, a Thomas train, but I am going to talk to you about friends. Friends are important. Anyway, first up, here is the metal. We've just done a small stop for the eldest daughter to do a wee-wee. So today we're going to talk about friends, as I said just before. Now, spent some time thinking about this. What I really want to say is that friends should be used as a lesson in two ways. The first one should be that they should never ever ever hold you back from doing something, and also you should never ever ever hold yourself back from making new friends. That is basically the crux of this episode. And now here is me somewhere else to explain that in a little bit more detail. When I say about friends not holding you back, I don't necessarily mean even themselves actively doing it, but I know that I, for a long time, did not fully go and engage with elements of my life that I needed to because I was more worried about being there for my friends. Now, none of this was in any way negative or a harmful point of view from them. They just had their own best interests at heart. When the time came for them to make decisions about their life to progress, I came second. Now, this is a lesson that we should take to the rest of our lives. We should never find ourselves held back or trying to live through the expectation of someone else. There's a famous Steve Jobs quote where he says, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. And don't be trapped by dogma." And this is exactly what I mean when I say about not letting your friends hold you back. If you go through life trying to match what you believe your friends' expectations of you are, you will never go on to fulfill your own expectations for yourself. The next point is about going out and making friends. I, as a grown-up, basically moved to the other side of the world and had to completely remake my friendship group. This is not something that is particularly easy when you're in your early to mid-30s, because all of the situations where you normally make friends are not particularly available to you. And by that I mean school or university or any of those. I found that I was pretty much limiting myself to workmates, and when I switched jobs from one very social job to one very unsocial job, it had a very real damaging effect to my mental health for a period of time. And what does this mean? I had to actually go out and put myself out there to make friends. And strangely, the friends that I have made have not been anyone that I would have ever flagged as being close friends of mine if you had asked me to write down what my friends would look like. Capri. Land of the Capri Pants. That is enough of that. Now, both these ideas of people not holding you back and also putting yourself out there to make new friends can be put across our entire lives. The phrase is of seek discomfort, which is from one of my favourite Yes Theory channels, or love over fear, which I thought was a phrase I had coined, but apparently it's everywhere, or indeed carpe diem, seize the day. All of this is the same idea. It is only during these periods of feeling uncomfortable that we actually can grow as humans. This is not to say that you should go out of your way to make your life horrible, nor am I saying that you should systematically lose all of your friends for self-growth. Some of this growth can only happen because you have a stable base that includes your family and your friends. Now, some of you I'm sure are wondering what all these random pictures that you are watching as I talk over them are. These are all things and experiences I have had by fully engaging with the idea of seeking discomfort. And whilst this blog started off as a chat about friends, it has turned into something much more. And like these cars shooting off, it really has been the beginning of a new life. And what you're about to watch is something that I shot 8 and a bit years ago when I was spending a month living on an island in Indonesia. Now, what has this got to do with Friends? Well, I basically landed on this island and I knew no one. So this was, in effect, my reset point. This is the point at which I had decided to go off to find a place where I fitted in the world and to stop living through other people's dogma. But before I had really put myself out there to find new friends. Anyway, be interesting. Let me know what you think. This is the main drag in Gilly goes down the east coast of the island, as well as shops and bars and restaurants and that kind of stuff is. Behind me there, that's the night market, which opens when the sun goes down, and basically is where you can get cheap local food. You can get a meal with a beer for maybe 50,000 rupiah, which is £2.50 or $5 American dollars, or $5 Canadian dollars actually. Just walking past Rudy's, which is here. This is the place where the Australians and a few other people died a couple of years ago from being served ethanol rather than spirits. This is the Irish bar, which has its party on Wednesday night, or maybe Saturday night. Yeah, and it does good food and stuff during the day if you're using English food. The bars are open every night, all the bars, but they have an agreement where they stop at 1 o'clock. However, one bar every night stays open until the party stops, basically. You can kind of see. You're walking further down the south now, so the bars have all kind of stripped away, and you're very much into kind of almost mangrove type woods, and the water's literally just there. So,
How are you?
Alright, thanks. There's just some locals talking, and that's some people in Where's Wally t-shirts looking up. Anyway, I'll show you some beach. We're now May the 11th, May the 13th, something like that anyway, May the 13th, May the 14th. It's officially the shoulder season, going into the off season. It's still amazingly hot. It rained a bit last night, but otherwise I've been here for 18 days now, and it hasn't rained at all. It was a bit busy, full of Australians over the Easter and the Anzac Day weekends, but then it's quieted right down. So I would say if you want to come here, April, May time, before the summer holidays and all that stuff, is as good a time as any to do it. Behind me is one of the big resorts on the island, around the other side. There's one called Villa Ombok on the side we started on, and this is the Villa Ombok sunset, which obviously, because you can see the sunset. There's lots of kind of things to sit on little pagodas and stuff. And if you can see behind me there, that is a swing set that you can sit on when the tide's out a bit further, and swing with your feet in the shallows and the sun behind you. And you get some very pretty pictures, which is very nice. Or you can try and do what this person's doing now and sit on it whilst it's really deep. But you know, horses for courses. Behind me, up there, is the lighthouse. If you look behind me there, and then that's a boat. Now, this hotel is set up like Noah's Ark. I have no idea why. But if you look behind me, there's some more views. There's a boat there. Through these trees here, there's a little elephant. I have no idea what the inspiration is. but it's pretty mad because it's pretty much opposite side of the island to everything else. So you kind of stumble across it when you get this side. Don't know what it's called, don't know much else to say there, but I'd really love to stay in the boat. We're back on the beach again now, walking south where we were just a bit further along. Now, I'll give you a bit of a geography of the island. That island you can see there, that is what they call Gili Nuno, or the honeymoon island. I have never been there, having never been on a honeymoon. It's quite definitely sheltering Gili Air is behind it, which is kind of one quieter than Gili 2. I was there last year, it was a bit too quiet for me. You know, there's power cuts on Gili 2, but they sort of happen every day on Gili Air. And yeah, it's a bit too quiet. I still like a bit of action. Now, behind me there is Lombok, which is the next biggest island over from Bali. And really, although everyone comes to the Gili Islands from Bali, Lombok is what the Gilis belong to. And all the kind of hotels and bars on the Gili Islands are all basically owned and run by people from Lombok rather than Gili Islanders, which is interesting. And I've heard some rumours that people from Lombok and people from the Gili Islands don't get on, but there's a definite different kind of personality. And then the same with the people from Bali. And obviously Bali is a Buddhist country, whereas where we are now is most definitely Muslim. There's a big mosque in the middle that chants all day. Well, that's that. Thank you for watching and indulging in this little frivolous video. Continue to watch next week. And here is the little montage about that. And after that will be the metal. So like and subscribe. Choo choo.